not trying to sleep on that fact. It's just, I mean, just time and time again, just like not just Naruto, but one key thing that I'm noticing is that if you are physically strong and fast enough to like godly levels practically, then it don't matter what the other opponent got.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
As far as to summarize, that's pretty much it.
Killer B showed us that shit. Nothing, man. Sasuke came through with the eternal joints. He came with the whole new eyeball. Got four. I mean, speed and a sword, bro.
We must pay homage to him.
Yo, before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you can get notifications for all of our latest uploads and other content that we put on the channel. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into the video.
A versus. Who will win? Shikamaru with a Sharingan or Rock Lee with a Byakugan? Who will win in a fight? Anybody want to take it off with their thoughts?
I think it's
gonna be Shikamaru.
Yeah, I think it's Shikamaru. Clearly, I mean, he might. Why? Because like Shikamaru's only downside is that he doesn't have the power. You know, like the actual chakra and power these other guys have. But
yeah,
if we give him a Sharingan, I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
he gonna be pulling.
He don't need more chakra though, technically, right? So I'm actually, I mean, I'm real close, but I actually am leaning a little bit more towards Rock Lee for the simple fact that Rock Lee really only needs one hit. And considering his physicality, even with Shikamaru being smart and with the, Sharingan, I mean, Sharingan didn't do nothing for Sasuke.
No, but you talking about a baby ass Sasuke. We're talking about. Yeah, we're assuming that Shikamaru.
Wait. So actually, let's pause real quick. It's like, well, what time are we talking about? I'm thinking I'm like thinking about Chunin right now. Are we talking about like adults? Like,
let's say where they are at the end of Naruto. Neither Shikamaru or Rock Lee had any major growth spurts. Honestly, they were just stronger versions of their child selves. Yeah. Teenage them, Rock Lee and Shikamaru.
So we're talking about right before Shippuden, long story short.
No, I'll say right before the end of the series. Because like I feel like them right after, the time skip ain't much different than them at the end of the series.
My nigga. Even if it was the end of the original Naruto series, I feel like Shikamaru was so damn smart. Nigga still would have unlocked a higher level of potential for the Sharingan than what Sasuke was able to at that time. Than Sasuke. I'm not saying that he would have been fucking all the way at the maximum level of this shit, but I definitely was going to say that he would have been better than what Sasuke would have been able to pull off.
Now,
and if you're saying end the series, that nigga gonna have Susanoo.
Oh yeah, he got all that shit.
Fucking the Blackfire, Amaterasu.
No. We just gonna say this, like, bro, them niggas, they got their skill at the end of the series, but you just plop a base Sharingan, 3 Tomos bitch, and a base Byakugan, no Mangekyo.
I'll say like would be like a 3-notch Sharingan, but don't give them like Mangekyo. Like, let's keep Mangekyo out of it. That's
now, if he'd had Sharingan all his life, to be fair, when Asuma died, he probably would have awoken Mangekyo. That's fact. But if you can't theorize on what this nigga Mangekyo would be, let's just leave it at base 3 Tomo Sharingan.
But he can still put a nigga in the Genjutsu, right?
For sure.
That's fair.
And he's still going to hit Rock Lee with that shit every time because Rock Lee ain't got the smarts, right?
I don't consider that being a heavy factor. But I don't know.
Byakugan can see chakra, which means you can also see through genjutsus. There was
I do not recall that.
Wait, I don't remember that either. Actually, is that
so? Now they confirmed it in the filler, which is why I wouldn't bring that up as like evidence. But we do know it can see through, or it can see chakra, and to place a genjutsu, you have to use chakra. I would argue he might be able to see through it. Like I said,
you can see through it, right? but that doesn't mean you can break it because you can know you're in a genjutsu, but still can't break it because you need another infusion of chakra from outside of your own to kind of break it. That's why.
And we know that Rock Lee ain't really got that capability then, so he can't break out of that bitch.
Okay,
that's what you're saying.
I don't know about that. I think that may be a little tough to say if we're saying the opposite is true and Rock Lee was born with the Byakugan, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, with the Byakugan, I thought you would naturally have a bit more chakra control. Period.
Well,
Even
we're not saying we're saying we just plopped the Byakugan on top of his existing skills, so he doesn't have the chakra control that Naji has, for example.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But this is what I'm gonna say. Like, so Sharingan Genjutsus require eye contact, and like with Byakugan, he can literally not look at this nigga and still see this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true.
So that's why I'm like, I think Byakugan is a solid counter to those Genjutsus. Either we can go with the he can see and chakra and then see through it, or we can go with the he can just not look him in the eyes and still see him. Go ahead.
I don't think Rock Lee's smart enough. I think Rock Lee gonna get himself set up most of the time.
We haven't seen any evidence to prove that Rock Lee is stupid. I'm just saying. We haven't seen to prove that he's smart, but we haven't seen him do anything openly stupid where you like, fuck Rock Lee, that was dumb. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah.
If my guy is smart enough to go, hey, them Genjutsu's wild, I'm gonna look at this nigga feet. I think Rock Lee is smart enough to be like, oh yeah, let me look at this nigga feet.
Especially if we're talking about in the Naruto, that's not a bad assumption.
Yeah. I will say
the only thing I could see being a factor against Lee would simply be I would think Homie would have to bust out a few gates to truly pull off a W against Shikamaru, and I don't know if he would start off that way. And that time gap could be very significant to Shikamaru getting dubs. That'd be the one thing I could actually see.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. It may be controversial. I think Rock Lee washing this nigga. I think it's gonna be close. I think what Shikamaru's skill, like Shikamaru is not smart enough to outsmart pure power. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his smarts rely on deception, like, you know, having misdirection, things like that. And Byakugan negates all of that. Right. So now we just got rid of his smarts because you can't strat if you can't deceive. Right. That is like the nature of Naruto. If this nigga got Byakugan, you can't hide from me, nigga. You can't send some shit under the ground, bro. I see that. You know what I'm saying? He just negated all that smart shit. So it's gonna be like, bro, it's to the hands. And we know you're not gonna take more than one hit. All I gotta do is land one on you. And then to that statement about him waiting to pop the gates, Rock Lee not Goku. Every fight that nigga Rock Lee and Mike got get into, they be like, what'd you say? Gates, nigga. Boop. They pop
you know that nigga. Stop playing. You know that nigga does not have to release his gates to take out Shikamaru.
I mean,
he's like, oh, you got
he definitely has to. He can't beat him he can't beat Shikamaru without the gates.
I mean,
no.
I'm trying to think here. Like,
hell no.
The most you could say, like, from the jump, I feel like guaranteed would maybe be no weights, Rock Lee, I guess, maybe. But I mean, the gates. I mean, I think it again affects the time period that we're talking about. Because I think with Shippuden, Lee was more willing because like we've seen the gates before as an audience, so they're more willing to drop out. Oh, gates. But if we're still talking about in the Naruto, Rock Lee only pulled out the gates against whatchamacallit, Gaara. Because I don't even think he did it against Kimimaro, did he? If you really think about it.
I think he did, didn't he?
We're assuming that his body.
No, I don't
we're assuming his body ain't fucked up though, right?
It didn't matter though. Kimimaro would have dropped.
So I mean, like my own point though is that like Rock Lee is debatable as far as to starting off the jump with the gates, unless we're talking about prep time. I mean, like I
think the Kimimaro case is different because he was still like injured. You know what I mean? So he was still recovering from surgery, so he didn't go all out. I guess maybe.
And I like to look at like Mike Guy as kind of our reference because they fight the same day, and for all intents and purposes, really like the same character. And Mike Guy got all of Lee's fucking story plots after Shippuden. So I just wonder, Mike Guy, he don't do none of that waiting. So I wonder if Lee kind of the same way. on like, yo, bro, we fighting. All right, I'm popping gates instantly. Because my guy popped them hoes every fight. Damn near fights.
Then
But
if we're like dropping that with that basic, as far as like Rock Lee dropping, like starting off as strong and as fast as necessary from the jump, I'm pretty much with player 5 then. Because then like Sharingan won't do nothing against pure just overwhelming strength and speed. Sharingan can't do anything.
You're basically comparing it to Mike Guy versus Madara without all of that extra chakra and shit that the nigga had. Basically, without all of that extra shit that made him so damn strong. He's an extremely, extremely limited version of Madara with no hands versus Guy.
Nigga, that's everything.
I mean, that's how you're interpreting it. That's the way it is.
Are you comparing Shikamaru to Madara, nigga? Stop.
No. My guy, what I'm saying is, basically, it's so far in Rock Lee's situation, it would be as if you had Rock Lee versus Madara with none of that extra shit. He's the only thing that makes Madara is just the Sharingan. That's basically what I'm getting at.
That's straight Sharingan Sage fast. I mean, that's a little. And I get what you're saying.
Yeah, reincarnated.
No, I'm not saying he had that. That's what I'm saying. He ain't got all of that extra shit. I'm saying he's an extremely limited version of Madara.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
nigga, do you not fucking see this? I'm doing this.
I mean, honestly, I would say he's closer to fucking Sasuke when Lee beat it, like before the Chunin exam tournament. He's pretty much what Sasuke was because he's not strong, not fast. So I do think, I think as long as you're talking about just straight regular Sharingan without like Susanoo and all that shit, Lee's gonna drop him. Like it's not even gonna be close. I even think the Byakugan works better with Lee's fighting style than the Sharingan does with Shikamaru too.
Absolutely. The only benefit I see Shikamaru getting from the Sharingan is like, yo, instead of shooting my thing at you, my shadow at you, and then reacting to what you do, it's like, I can predict where you're gonna go first to try and catch you. Which is why I could see why people are like, well, he'll just catch that nigga. But we've seen already from the Sound 4 that a strong nigga can really just start muscling his way through that shit. And Rock Lee, the strongest nigga I know, so he probably gonna muscle through that shit.
True. I mean, and then not to mention, like, the shadows are fast, but I mean, we've seen Rock Lee's speed. So even with predicting, if he can predict that kind of speed and react accordingly, I mean, I don't even see him catching them, to be real.
Just because you have to activate Byakugan, I'm gonna say he'll catch that nigga sleeping at least once.
But then, like he said, he
catch
goes
him
to go
sleeping
chase and break out of it, doesn't?
No, I'm saying he gonna catch him sleeping and hit his ass with that Sharingan. He gonna catch him sleeping one time.
Nigga, Shikamaru just not talented enough. And I get the nigga smart, but him being smart, as we saw, works best when he can deceive and got other niggas to work around with. But we like, yo, that Byakugan beat the deception, and it's a 1v1. Shikamaru become a real weak fucking ninja real quick. Like, he getting folded, bro. I get 9 out of 10 times. Rock Lee.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Shikamaru's getting 1 out of 10. Go catch the nigga sleeping.
I'll take that. But you know, a lot of niggas online was Shikamaru all day. Shikamaru, bro.
Well, that's because we didn't throw in these extra limiters that we had. We ain't say that the nigga had all of these extra powers and shit that came with it.
Now, what if this is what I'll accept. If my nigga Shikamaru gets Susanoo, then Rock Lee got to get Gentle Fist. Like, he is a proficient at Gentle Fist. Imagine Gentle Fist with the gates, nigga. It's over with, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still winning because he's just gonna punch through that shit.
So I think once you get that Susanoo, that's a Sharingan is gonna take it. I don't give no fuck.
That nigga gonna poof, put that paw.
All right, so y'all think.
He going right through that shit, bro.
You're like Shikamaru, the first nigga to die inside his Susanoo.
No, I think once you give him that Susanoo, he going that gives him enough power to where, like, that's when his smarts come into play. Like, so right now, like you said, he's smart, but he's not, like, his smarts can't overcome the difference in power. But once you give him that Susanoo, I think that closes the gap in the power, and then he gonna outsmart that nigga.
Remember, the nigga is still limited in his chakra, so he gonna run into that bitch fast as hell. What, you gonna have a 2-minute limit?
Yeah, we never seen someone like run out of Susanoo. We seen them like struggle because of like the
Because them
Amaterasu.
niggas ain't limited like Shikamaru.
Which means like them niggas are always limited. Every time
Not as much as Shikamaru.
Bro, every time they use Amaterasu, they used to be
This
like,
nigga Shikamaru has like a fucking. This nigga has a liter of water within his body, where everybody else got like 17 gallons. The nigga ain't lasting. He's blowing his load.
Uchiha complain about being low on chakra. I think that shit just built in their blood, bro. Like, I ain't never seen a nigga like, who? I got one more Susanoo. I mean, them niggas just like,
no, that shit happens all the time.
Their biggest limit is those eyeballs.
I feel like I have low key actually heard it like once, maybe twice, but
so again, so I think it also matters, I guess, whether like we talking about the eternal joint or like the regular joint, right? Where like after what you got to do to make it eternal? Oh, swap the eyes out.
Yeah, you gotta take another nigga eyes.
Yeah, so if you do that, then you shouldn't have them problems, right?
You know Shikamaru ain't about that life.
That nigga, that's cheating.
You know he ain't about that life anyway.
That's cheating at that point. Oh yeah, and this nigga got eternal Mangekyo. Whoa, bro. Do my nigga get that shit that Boruto got then? Like this. I feel like Byakugan was underdeveloped, but whatever. Masashi, he be hoeing niggas.
True.
Anybody else? Final thoughts? Final ratings on this one?
I'll give 8 out of 10 for Lee.
Oh, so you giving that nigga 2 wins?
I'll give him 2. I mean, like I gotta put respect on Shikamaru because his name is Shikamaru. I mean, like I'm not trying to sleep on that fact. It's just, I mean, just time and time again, just like not just Naruto, but one key thing that I'm noticing is that if you are physically strong and fast enough to like godly levels practically, then it don't matter what the other opponent got.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
As far as to summarize, that's pretty much it.
Killer B showed us that shit. Nothing, man. Sasuke came through with the eternal joints. He came with the whole new eyeball. Got full. I mean, speed and a sword, bro.
I mean, we can also just bring up the first Raikage. That nigga was nothing but strength and durability. Can nobody touch his ass?
He was a walking lightsaber, so.
Well, Raikage is going to lose to Sasuke, though.
You said,
but that's,
who going to lose to Sasuke?
He was going to die, but that's a different.
No, we're talking about the first Raikage, not A.
The swole nigga who fighting 9 tails by himself.
Yeah, that nigga.
The 8 tails by himself. Yeah, he different.
That nigga say he was fighting 10,000 niggas for like 3 days. Oh, what? Imagine going to sleep. Imagine you was on the first shift. You get like, man, that Raikage nigga crazy. I'm about to take a nap. Hopefully y'all kill his ass. You wake up, niggas still boxing this.
Still going strong.
Oh my god, this ain't it.
You gotta clock back in.
Yeah,
I'm still tired, Chief.
Back in, bro. I'm like, this nigga doing multiple shifts, nigga. I'm not getting my ass whooped again, bro.
Like, nigga, my arm's still broke. I can't go back in there.
They're crazy. Them old ninjas was built different, and it shows.
That's true. Back when men were men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 too. I think 1 is being generous.
Okay, fair.